The 2024 U.S. presidential election is more than just a contest for power. It is a defining moment for American democracy. The choice between Donald Trump and Joe Biden presents voters with starkly different visions for the future of the nation. The stakes are high, with issues like the economy, healthcare, and climate change hanging in the balance. The outcome of this election will resonate for generations to come, shaping the country's domestic and global trajectory. This election is a rematch of the historic 2020 race where Biden narrowly defeated Trump. That election saw unprecedented voter turnout and was ultimately decided by a few key states. The 2024 election promises to be just as closely contested, with both candidates commanding fiercely loyal bases. The nation holds its breath as these two political titans prepare to square off once again. The global landscape adds another layer of complexity to this election. The ongoing war in Europe, the rise of China, and the climate crisis are just some of the challenges facing the next president. American voters will be looking for a leader who can navigate these turbulent waters and keep the country safe and prosperous. The world is watching, recognizing that the decisions made in Washington, D.C. will have global repercussions. Donald Trump enters the 2024 race with his signature brand of populist rhetoric. His campaign focuses on themes of economic nationalism, immigration restriction, and a return to America First policies. He continues to captivate his base with his fiery rallies and direct appeals to working-class anxieties. Trump's strategy relies on mobilizing his core supporters and maximizing turnout in key swing states. Joe Biden, on the other hand, presents himself as the steady hand, the experienced leader who can guide America through challenging times. His campaign emphasizes unity, bipartisanship, and a return to normalcy after the tumultuous Trump years. Biden highlights his track record in government and his commitment to traditional American values. His strategy depends on appealing to a broad coalition of voters, including moderates, independents, and disaffected Republicans. Trump's campaign style is characterized by its aggressive tone and reliance on social media. He is not afraid to attack his opponents directly and often resorts to inflammatory language. Biden, in contrast, adopts a more measured approach. He focuses on policy discussions and avoids personal attacks. His campaign relies on traditional media outlets and town hall meetings to connect with voters. These contrasting styles reflect the fundamental differences between the two candidates. Trump is the showman, the outsider who thrives on chaos and disruption. Biden is the pragmatist, the insider who prefers consensus and stability. The election will likely hinge on which approach resonates more strongly with the American people.
The people's verdict, decoding the polls.
Public opinion polls have been fluctuating, reflecting the dynamic nature of this election cycle. Expert opinions. Who will win the White House? S5. It's hard to say who will come out on top. The polls seem to change every day, and I think a lot of people are still undecided.
Based on recent trends, it's clear that both candidates have their strengths and weaknesses. The key will be who can mobilize their base and sway the undecided voters.
Expert opinions. Who will win the White House?
As the election day approaches, the race remains tight, with both candidates making their final pushes to secure victory.
Each campaign is pulling out all the stops. We're seeing a lot of last-minute ads, rallies, and efforts to get out the vote.
The outcome of this election will have significant global implications. Allies and adversaries alike are watching closely.
The road ahead, an uncertain path to the presidency. The road ahead, an uncertain path to the presidency. As we move closer to Election Day, one thing is certain: the path to the presidency is anything but predictable. Written by Bob Woodward.